All right. Is anyone still writing in the plan book? It's fine if you are. Okay, good. Good. I'm trying to get you guys better at telling me, like, yeah, slow down. Yeah, give me a minute. So, guys,
What the heck?
Hey, guys, when you're late to class, you don't come in loud. So find a seat. Find a seat. Sorry, Carmen. They voted you off the island. We're only doing groups of 3. It works better that way. As you guys see, those of you that just came in, come on, catch up with us. Get your plan book out. Let's go, let's go. Plan book, plan book. Really, I should just move on and have you guys circle back to the video later, but it's still September, so I'm still going to be nice. But we need to quickly get our plan book out because we're late, and I know Creative Start probably kept you late, but you're late. I'll take this opportunity to shuffle up our class cards. How about that? So, map is up. I'm going to post grades. I couldn't get in this weekend because I couldn't figure out what was going on. I figured it out with Mr. Cabilo this morning. He took care of me. Got my password reset again. So, as I think it was Deekshita asked, are you going to get your homework back? I will grade everything that has been turned in before I update math. So if you turn something in today, I will grade it before I update math. So, and I have not put anything in math yet because I was locked out. I couldn't get to it. So, if you have missing homework, you should get it in today. The mastery, I'll probably still give you another day to do your revisions before I post that. I'm going to post your homework grades because that stuff was due. I'd rather you not, and I think you're talking about 1.2.5, and that's also why I'd rather you not, so we can stay organized. So I would rather all the rest of the homework stay with you. I don't need to check it. What is more important than me checking it is you checking, do you know what you're doing? So those of us that were late, you can finish copying the plan book another day or from a friend at AO or Extensions. But let's go look at 1.2.5's answers, if this will let me see. Here we are. So pull out 1.2.5, even if it's not done. Right? I'm walking around to kind of take a quick glance. Who's got their homework done? Who doesn't? Anyone need it? Anyone lose their packet or lose this sheet or need it for any reason? Do you have it or do you need it? You need it? So guys, I don't think I announced this. Over here, and I should make a little sign, if you are absent, now you can also just come talk to me, but the handouts for the week are going to live over here, and we don't necessarily have new handouts for the week, except for this stack. So last week's handouts are right here. Right, that's always how it's gonna work. I try to keep them away from my desk because my desk is disorganized enough. So while you're checking the answers on your homework, I'm gonna come around and give you a present. Keep this out. You'll need it for the lesson today. It's a multiplication table. What?
I'll be right back.
This is why we shouldn't turn in homework ahead of time. This is why I always say keep it till I ask for it. So if we're frantically copying answers, that's okay, but we need to go back and make sure we understand what we're doing. Right? I don't care if you copy answers. We just have to make sure we understand what we're doing. Who's got questions for me? Make me do my job. Make me solve some math problems for you. It was assigned last week as Friday's homework, kind of. So, guys, if you haven't done it, actually, let me minimize this for a second. If you haven't done it, that's fine. However, if I pull out my plan book or go double check last week, it was actually Thursday's homework. Right? So if I go back and look at last week's homework assignments, it was Thursday's. This should be done. It was not Friday's homework. It was Thursday's homework. We did problems from 1 to 6 on Friday during Jenga. So if you turned this in, it might be in a stack of mine. You can't have it back right now. I'm not organized enough. So if I have it, sorry, tough luck. I told you not to turn it in. Notice how this says turn it up to 1 to 4. You guys got to get in the habit of following exactly what the directions are. You cannot make up your own directions. It does not work well. John.
About the homework, I don't know why I'm so confused about this.
Yeah.
1-106, write it as a single fraction. I don't know why. I don't know if I've ever just not heard that.
So single fraction as opposed to like a mixed number. So actually the or here in part B, I kind of disagree with. I mean, I don't care that much, but if that's what the question's asking for, here, let me drag it over. So any mathematical whatever that doesn't have an equal sign is an expression. Guys, everybody should be listening. Even if you're not John who asked the question, everybody should be listening. This is an expression. This is an expression, and this is an expression. Right now, they each have 2 fractions. So your job is put them together. In A, that's not that bad, right? Because they already have common denominators. What they're pushing you to be able to do, or think about, oh crap, I can't do this yet, right? I love the yet posters in Miss Howard's room. If we don't have common denominators, we can't just add these right now. We got to do something to it first. It's like I can't add the 4 and the 3 right now, which we're going to talk about that in today's lesson. So if you can't do this yet, that's okay. We're going to practice it today. You might need to circle back and try these problems again. So guys, when we check the homework in class, that's not like you can't work on it anymore. You've got all week to keep working on this. I don't care. This is so we can take questions and talk about stuff, right? So we need to convert these denominators. Same thing here. We need to convert to a common denominator, which we'll practice today. Other questions from those answers? And again, you can always check answers more after you've had more time to work on it by going back to the video. So another reminder that I have for today, I think 107 is the last problem. Another reminder that I have for today, if I get back to today's list. Is this today? It is today. So, first things first, Friday, mastery for the chapter. So those of us that are behind, those of us that have been like hiding behind our friends know how to do it and we don't really, so we'll just copy our friends' work. Yeah, that's not going to work out anymore. And guys, like we know, right? Like us teachers, we've been at this for a while. We know when kids are like struggling and just fighting with us to like, we keep saying, come help, or like come get help from us, come see us. This is why we do mastery grading. Getting up progressing is fine. Needing help is fine. But we got to like start getting that help. So if you don't know how to do any of this, probably keep working on it this week. At extensions, this is a really important announcement. At extensions, there will be no more group work without direct permission and supervision from that teacher, meaning math groups. I got some people in here that this includes. Math groups, meet in here. So if you are working on math homework together, you are in my room. And you still need permission from your advisor. Either drink or pull your mask up. You can't just sit there, okay? My YouTube. Guys, I'm starting to do problems on there for you. So from last week's homework, if I click on videos, I have homework problems solved on here for you. Problem 94, problem 80. If you ask for help, I will do problems on my computer, record them for you. and post them. So check out my YouTube if you need help. Email me if you need help. Text me if you need help. If you didn't turn in homework last week, really do it today. Right? Don't do it now. We should probably start class. And the rest of the homework isn't due till Friday. Please don't turn it in early. Deekshita. Please don't turn it in early. Just hang on to it. Thursday, we'll take any homework questions you have and do closure together. We already did 1, 2, 5. So sweet. Let's do class. You will need graph paper as well as you're probably going to want the multiplication table I just passed out. I think I forgot to give Miss Martin one.
Thank you.
You know your multiplications?
Well, I hope so. Possibly not, though. It's always going to have this
Right.
case.
A lot of us know up to 10. Some of us know up to 12s. This goes up to 15s. So you said so wait? No. Because I just gave you this. This is what you need for class today. Guys, we are not going to our lockers in the middle of classes. Okay, we got to break this habit. You need what, we didn't have backpacks a couple years ago. So be happy that you have a backpack to carry your stuff in. You need to think about what do I need and take it with you. Teachers are going to start to say no. We're trying to keep you out of the family room in between classes because teachers teach in there. Right? People are taking their classes out there and they're teaching out there. So guys, probability is all about fractions, right? We've been talking about this for a couple weeks. We often don't convert to decimal. Probability is almost always talked about as fractions or percents. We can use the decimal, we just often don't. So here, we're going to visually help us think about how we add fractions, because that helps us make a bit more sense of it. Think about pizza. Okay, we're putting away leftovers, and we had 2 different pizzas. One has a third left of it, and the other has a half left of it. I put them together in the same box. Do I have 2/3? No. Why not? Go ahead.
Because one is 1/2 and 1/2 is bigger than 1/3.
Ooh, one part is bigger than the other part. Right? They're not the same sizes. So you with your group, chat about real quick. What do we need to do here? This is on your paper in your packet. So if you don't have your packet out, pull it out. Get your packet out. This is on your 126 paper. Get your packet out. This is on your 126 paper. Get your packet out. We should be writing work on our packet. That's an issue. See why that's an issue? Stop doing that, please. We should be looking at 126. Not on 126. One more time. There we go. 126. This is on the front. You should be writing work here. This problem. It says example from class. This is what we're doing. But you don't have any work shown. Show some work, John. No pocket. Ooh, blank card. I should take these blank cards out. Jesus, what is the issue here? Where's Jesus at today? Or is he not here? Dang it, Jesus is gone. Anyone seen Jesus today? No, make sure he's not skipping class. Antonella. Dang it, you're on the ground. All right, we'll put you back into the deck. Franco, what's the issue here? Why can't we add these fractions? Yeah, the technical way we say it is the denominator is not the same. The denominator. So, What is a common multiple? If you can't think of it, you can use your multiplication table. What's the common multiple? 6. So we say, what do? We multiply by 2 and 2. If you want to draw the giant one, you may. And over here, what do we multiply by? 3 over 3. So as this first fraction becomes 2/6, which if we go back up and visually look at it, all we did was slice right there. Now this one's a little bit weirder because it's turned the other way. We slice this direction across, and this one became 3/6. So together we end up with, anybody? 5 over 6. Remember, with multiplication, we're multiplying the top with the top, the bottom with the bottom. But then when we're adding, when the denominators are the same, they stay the same. It's because we now have the same size slices of pizza. So we drew this out. Really, we have all of it except for one slice, right? Because if we have 5, 6, we would only have one slice not shaded. Does that make sense? We'd have to come up here and re-chop things. Right? We kind of have to re-slice things up. We could get it. Questions? No preguntas? Try the next one with your team. Lily, Armando, is this one in your packet? No, sadly. So this one you're going to have to read up here, potentially get a book. We can't read up here, we might need to sit real closely. You don't need graph paper for this one. Graph paper. Or you guys might just be able to talk about it. I don't know, like if you can read it, you might just be able to talk. You can borrow a book from up front. You can't read, I'm sorry, that's not a problem. You can't read, I can fix that. If you can't read it, I have books up front you can borrow. Yeah, when you guys find the page, you can let us know. Does anyone know the page? 51? 51. I'm going to try to blow this up a little bit. Alright, I kind of cut out the only thing that we're looking at here, so it might be a little bit easier to read up here now. Alright, as things start to quiet down, I kind of feel like we've probably figured out most things. Isabella. What do you think about Lily? Well, I guess a first way to say it is, has Lily made a mistake, or is Lily's work good? She didn't do it right. All right, let's walk through and see what is up with it. What did she do getting from step 1 to step 2? The top and the bottom changed, right? So if we look at these fractions, how do we... I knew you were going to call me back when I texted you. Of course. Oh, do we want to tag and help? We got hands up if we want some help. Ooh, so to get from the 4, now this, I don't love this work, but see, this 12, so that did times 4, which really we did a times 4 on top and on bottom. So did she do the times 4 over 4 right? Yeah, looks like she did times 4 over 4 right. What'd she do with the left fraction? We can go class answer on this. What did we do with the left fraction?
She multiplied 1 by 12.
Ooh, times
4 by
12 over 12, right? So times 12 here. So wait, 1 times 12 checks out. 4 times 12 checks out. Are our denominators the same now?
Yes, they are.
So once they are the same, they stay the same. Is 12 plus 20, 32?
Yep.
I think Lily's okay. We're still learning how to do this, right? But I think that's right. Lily's not here
That's
today.
exactly what I did.
Deekshita, what do you think about Armando? What did they do? Ooh, now remember it's times 3 over 3. So we could draw this as times 3 over 3. So denominators are the same now, stay the same. Add the numerators. Katie, what do you think about Jose? What do you think about Jose? What did we do to the left fraction? Use a different highlighter than we have. Yeah, we multiplied by 6. Now, did he do it on top and bottom? Yeah, right? He did that all right. What about the right fraction, Katie? What did we do there? How do we go from 12 to 24? Close. Times 2, right? So we double check. Did he do it right here? Yeah, 5 times 2. Can you read this? I was wondering if you could actually see this. I know it's a little bit small. 6 plus 10. Anybody, does that get us 16? Yeah, 24 stays 24. Wait, what? So you're saying 32 over 48, guys, you might want to write this down, is equal to 8/12 is equal to 16/24. Interesting. This was on graph paper. The previous problem was in your packet. Now with your group, take a moment and look at 114A. I know, this is from your homework. Wait, what? We're going to do homework together. Look at 114A. Because your packet should be out. Like your packet, it's right here on this page that you're looking at. I don't know why people have put their packets away. This is wild to me. Look at 114A, and you can do more if you get through A. Talk to your teammates about what is going on there. What do we need to do? All right, come back with me real quick. Eli, in A, because all we cared about getting done was A. We're not doing all your homework together. Eli, what happened in A? What would I write in the giant one? Talk to me. Ooh, we multiply by 3 over 3. So we get 15/18. So let's say we were trying to get to a common denominator of 18. So now, back here together, on your graph paper, I want you to write down 5/6, 5 over 6, plus 3 over 4, plus, a third one, 1 over 5. With your team, and you can use your multiplication table I gave you. How do we use a multiplication table? So hold on, let's review. Hold on. Pump the brakes. People are diving in. I love it, but you're diving in. Let's double check real quick that we know how to use our multiplication table. When we are looking for a common denominator, it doesn't matter if you use columns or rows. You can just pick one. So for 4 and 5 and 6 is my denominators, I'm looking for the lowest number that they all have in common, right? And then we can use the other direction to figure out what we need to do. So with your group, figure out how can we add 5, 6, 3/4, and 1/5. Start with the denominator. Is 30 over 4? Yeah, whole numbers are what we're looking for here. You should really rewrite this spaced out. Class, what is our common denominator here? 60. We want to turn each of these denominators into 60. Something 60th. Something 60th. Something 60th. Ooh, so the 10 by 10 isn't big enough, is it? Luckily, you have a 15 by 15. A 10 by 10 multiplication table would not be big enough. Layla Graph, what do I multiply my 5/6 by? Yeah, 10 over 10. Guys, let's all get in the habit of saying the something over something. So yeah, 10 over 10. You're absolutely right. But remember, we're actually multiplying by 1. So that's why we say 10 over 10. Lucas, what about 3/4? Do you know what to multiply by there?
3/4 times
15 over 15. And if you want to put a 1 around it, you can. And Vanessa, what about 1/5? What are we multiplying by there? 12 over 12. So we get, class, help me out. What's this turn into? 50 over 60. 45 over 60. And 12 over 60. Pause. Who has questions on what we did? And guys, this is the hardest part of school. Is saying like, yeah, teach, I don't get it. We have to make our slices of pizza the same sizes. So we can put them all together and see what do we actually have. Thank you for asking, John. So, going through the steps one more time. Because John was bold and said, I don't get it. John, see me after class. I'm going to give you a piece of candy for doing that. Ooh, look at that. You ask questions, you might get candy. 6, 4, and 5 are, like, not the same, right? Yeah, okay. That's that one word that we don't say in here very often. Now things get hard because we have to say, crap, how can I make them the same? 6 and 4 could become 24. But that doesn't work for 5. 5 and 6 could meet up at 30. Doesn't work for 4. So we go down our multiples until we find 60 is a multiple of each of them. And that would be in your multiplication table, but down here past 10. Right? 60 is right here in the 6, but for the other ones, it's past 10.
Interruption. Can I please have Nicholas Lindenmeyer to the office? Nicholas Lindenmeyer. Thank you.
So then if I can't do it through mental math, I use my multiplication table to figure out what I multiplied by. John?
I did 5/6 plus 3/4, and then once I got what that was, I added 1/5.
How'd you do 5, 6 plus 3/4?
I made it 20 out of 24 plus 18 out of 24, which got 38 out of 24, and then I did 1/5 after that. I don't know. My work is screwed up.
Are you allowed to do 2 plus 3 and then do plus 4? Yeah. You could just add 2 of the fractions together and then add the third one in. You're okay. So, hold on. Let me finish reviewing this, then we'll double check our answers. Okay? So, 6, I multiply by 10, so I do the same on top. Antonella, you with me? Because I can't tell if we're with me or if we're doodling. 4, I get told to multiply by 15. Guys, if I see pencils moving, I'm kind of curious why right now. So I do the same on top. 5 I multiply by 12, so I do the same on top. All of the bottoms become 60, which we like. That was our goal. All the tops become whatever they did from the multiplication. Now, I grab all of my top numbers and put them together. What's 50 plus 45? 95 plus 12 more. Ooh, 107, I think.
Oh, that's what I got. I got 160 with my method.
So what that means, John, is we met up in Florida. We're going to Disney. Right? You took a different route. You got to the same place. Lucas.
107.60 is the same as 1 and 47.60.
There we go.
And I don't think you can make that any smaller.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably as reduced as possible. 47 does not work well with 3. Questions? Let's do one more. Let's do this one. 3/4 plus 1/2. And guys, when I write these, if I was you, I would write them spread out so you have space. Or if you're like me, you're going to have to write them again to actually leave space. 3/4, leave a little space, plus 1/2, leave a little space, plus 1/5. So you're looking at the 2 column, the 4 column, and the 5 column, unless you already can think of like, oh, 2 and 4, well 2 can become 4. Really, we're just working with 4 and 5 here. Your whisper's not very quiet. What's our common denominator? Oh, we just wrote, is that the new one? Oh, you got the other one on the other page? You're good. You're good. What's the denominator? Ooh. What's the denominator here? Yeah. So, we're using this and saying if I look down here and find 20, what do I have to multiply by? Boom, 5. So our first fraction is multiplied by 5 over 5. So wait, what's the 20? What's the special name for the 20? It's both of them, but what do we call it specifically? Because it's the lowest. The least common denominator. This is the LCD, right? The least common denominator. What's our common denominator? We'll double check together. I don't even know. I'm starting to get used to the new class schedule. Antonella, what do I multiply the 3/4 by? What do I multiply the 3/4 by on top and bottom? What does 4 need to multiply by to become 20? Yeah, so we do 5 on top and on bottom. Farah, what about the 1/2? What do I multiply that by? Wait, are we missing? Oh, Farah's back there, yeah. 10 on top and on bottom. Guys, your work should look exactly like mine, and if you want to grab colored pencils or highlighters, you can. Not right now, probably, because we only have like 2 minutes left. I know, time flies when you're having fun. So, hey, if we're packing up, you're doing the wrong thing. I won't tell you like what the clock says in the future if you can't handle it. 3/4 becomes 15/20. 1/2 becomes 10/20. And 1/5 becomes 4/20. Denominator is the same, so it stays the same, and numerator is? Yo, couple quick things. Give me your eyes. extensions group work must be in here. Do not act surprised when other teachers tell you you cannot do it in their room. Now, if it's for language arts, you can do it in Goldring's room. Right? If it's for science, do it in Miss Howard's room. But we want to be watching and hearing those groups. 1, 2, 6 should be done tonight so we can check it tomorrow. If you don't, you're behind schedule. Okay? If you need help, come see me. War and foundations are switched now. So right after lunch, and every teacher is probably going to tell you, right after lunch, this is War B. I'm going to make a little thing and actually cover this up later. But the quickest thing I could do is post it now. So after lunch is War B. If you need help, come see me. Have a great day, guys. So, absolutely. Here's an extra one right here.
I don't know what
Oh,
happened.
it's not hole punch. Let's get one that's hole punch.
How are we going inside?
I told my wife on the poster and she thought it was ridiculous.
Let this down.
Whatever.
You go out. Go that way.
Maybe that's a meat thing. Here, let me grab that one and hole punch it because I don't have any more extras. That's the old packet. So, do me a favor and look for your other one, and if you find it, give me this one back. Oh, well, if you turn it in, don't redo it. Do me a favor. Come back and see it later. You can hang on to this for now, but I'm gonna go look for it right now. Don't do this. Okay? Like, don't do this like check. I have a stack of papers like on my desk. They're not all in the bin. Yeah, let me check my papers for you, Farah. Who wants to start over? What?
I was in a hurry because I was playing the scoring. So I just had no